Once there was a young woman named Lily. She was known for her eagerness to try new things. If there was a challenge, Lily was ready to take it on. But with every new adventure, Lily often made mistakes. Her friends would sometimes laugh, but Lily never let it bother her. She believed that each mistake had something to teach her. One day, Lily got her first job in a busy bakery. She was thrilled. The bakery was always filled with the sweet smell of bread, cakes, and pastries. Lily was in charge of making the bread. She wanted to make it perfect, just like the other bakers. On her first day, she accidentally put too much salt in the bread dough. When the bread came out of the oven, it was hard and salty, and no one could eat it. Lily felt terrible, thinking she had failed on her very first task. But her boss, Mrs. Green, was kind. She looked at Lily and smiled. "Don't worry, Lily," Mrs. Green said. "Every mistake has a message. Let's figure out what it's trying to tell you." Lily realized that her mistake was telling her to double-check the ingredients before adding them. The next day, she was extra careful, and the bread came out soft and delicious. Over the next few weeks, Lily made more mistakes. Once, she forgot to turn on the oven, and the bread didn't bake. Another time, she mixed up the sugar with the flour, making the dough too sweet. But each time, she learned something new. One day, a huge order came in for a big wedding. The bakery was asked to make a 3-layer cake with beautiful decorations. Lily was given the chance to bake it. She was excited but nervous. It was her biggest task yet. As she worked on the cake, she made sure to follow every step carefully. But when it was time to move the cake to the table, her hand slipped, and the top layer of the cake tilted. Some decorations fell off, and the cake looked messy. Lily's heart sunk. She felt she had ruined the entire cake. She was close to tears when Mrs. Green came over, put a comforting hand on her shoulder, and said, "Let's see what this mistake is trying to tell us." Mrs. Green showed her how to fix the cake by adding more decorations, making it even more beautiful than before. Lily learned that sometimes, mistakes can open the door to creative solutions she hadn't thought of. As months passed, Lily grew better at her job. She made fewer mistakes, but when she did, she wasn't afraid of them. She knew that every mistake had something valuable to teach her. She became known as the creative baker who could turn any accident into something special. One day, Lily shared her story with a group of young bakers just starting out. She told them, "Don't be afraid of mistakes. Every mistake has a message. It's there to guide you, to show you what you might be missing, and to help you grow." The young bakers listened carefully, inspired by her journey. They, too, began to see mistakes as friends rather than as enemies. Years later, Lily opened her own bakery. She called it Sweet Lessons. People loved visiting her bakery, not just for the delicious treats but also for the warmth and positivity Lily shared. She would often say, "Mistakes helped me become who I am today. They were my best teachers." Lily's story reminds us that mistakes aren't something to fear or hide from. Each mistake carries a message, waiting to show us a new path or teach us a valuable lesson.